today with Talking Comics issue 8. I hope I got that right. No, it is issue 8. And we are on our reviews.
Yep.
And I'm back again with Zach.
Comic Book Guru.
Keeping
that as my title.
Is that it now?
Yeah, that is it.
Is it Comic Book Guru or is it just the Guru?
Either way, I'm not fussed.
I mean, are you just a guru of comics or guru of everything?
Jedi Master. Let's just go with that.
Jedi mind tricks. That's more like what's going on.
Sweet.
What have we got? I've got Battle Scars for you. That's going to be my first review. What's your problem?
I don't have a problem.
You love Battle Scars. When I said I'm going to do Battle Scars, you were like, what? You're going to do Battle Scars? But I love that book. I want to do it.
It's related to Fear itself.
That's
my problem with it.
Well, Fear itself was lame. You're not going to hear it from me. Fraction's worst moment, in my opinion.
Wait, are we agreeing?
Yes.
Oh.
but we're not agreeing about Battle Scars, because Battle Scars was cool.
It was alright.
And why was Battle Scars special? And that's because it's life imitating art. Or is it art imitating life? Either way, we're going to get to see how S.H.I.E.L.D. ends up with a Black Nick Fury.
I thought you were going to say when you went, it's Liefeld. Imitating art.
It's not Liefeld. No, don't tell me that. Oh no, it's not.
It's not. It's fine.
Oh,
it's fine.
God for that.
It's past one test.
Thank God for that. No, it's you know, Battle Scars is really quite a special book. It explains how Agent Coulson comes about and how Nick Fury, the white version, passes on to his long-lost son, the black version, and how he loses his eye, and also this kind of permanent youth that he exhilarates.
I think it's a shocking coincidence.
Is it?
Nick Fury gets a black son, happens to lose his eye.
So
it's just like, oh, it's just unfortunate.
But isn't it the first time that something in the Ultimates was so good that it actually came across into the normal comics?
Spider-Man.
Are you for real? Did you just pull out Spider-Man on me?
Spider-Man's great, have you read it?
Yeah, it's like next is Spider-Pig, isn't it? Let's go with the pig.
Spider-Man is awesome.
And why do you love it?
I don't know.
Why do you love it, Guru?
I'm not allowed to love it.
You can. Just tell them. Don't tell me.
Because it's great, it's great.
It's great.
It's just it's just everything you want from a comic. You got a good story, you got good art, it's zany, it's really witty, it's really funny, and if you're a fan of the Ultimate Universe, and you like the real universe, it's perfect. It just works perfectly.
Okay, alright. I'll leave that to you.
Okay.
If you believe him, or you've got your own opinion, comment section below, please. I know what I'm thinking.
I'm going to get slagged off a lot in this comment section.
It doesn't really take much, really, does it, Jack? Let's be honest. What have you got for us? What have you got? What's your review?
I'm going to review S.H.I.E.L.D.
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
As in Hickman, continuing on my Hickman vibe.
Wait a minute, you just like dissed my Battle Scars, and now you're doing a S.H.I.E.L.D.
Different S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, when you think of S.H.I.E.L.D., what do you think of?
I think of Nick Fury.
Yeah, this is a different S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is it?
Yeah, this is Hickman S.H.I.E.L.D.
This is Hickman.
Yeah.
I was asking actually earlier to Rich about Hickman. Is that a guarantee? Is that like this book is going to be good because it's Hickman? What do you think about that?
Everything I've read by him I've loved, so I go with that guarantee.
Do you know it's really annoying because everything I've read by him I've loved as well, so that really gets on my nerves. I hate it when that happens.
You hate it when writers write good things that you love, right? That makes sense.
It's not that, it's just the fact that you want to see someone so talented have moments of weakness. And it's just really annoying when they don't.
You don't.
I don't know, he's just perfect, isn't he? Damn you, Hickman, damn you! Go on, tell them about it.
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s great.
Tell them about it.
Yeah, it's not just... When you think of S.H.I.E.L.D., you think of Nick Fury, you think of Dum Dum Dugan, you think of all that sort of cheesy...
Top secret 1970s kind of agent stuff, yeah.
This isn't like it at all.
No.
The premise of the S.H.I.E.L.D. is an age-old agency that's been going for centuries. Leonardo da Vinci was a member, Galileo was a member, Isaac Newton, basically every famous person you can have. I mean, the organisation turns out to be named after when Imhotep spoils a plot to take over the world with his shield.
Okay.
But it starts, and you've got Nathaniel Richards.
Yes.
And Howard Stark.
Yes.
In sort of 1950s, in that sort of cop style. They look like they're ages. And they pick up a boy, Leonard, he's like the chosen one. Like he's the one, and they want to train him in the ways of S.H.I.E.L.D., of this secret organisation which you get introduced to.
I thought you were going to say you're going to have to train him in the ways of the Force for a minute. I was getting worried there. I was.
Was it the Jedi Master comment?
It was the Jedi mind trick stuff.
Yeah. You throw me off completely.
That's what I do.
What was I talking about? Talking about S.H.I.E.L.D., wasn't I?
That's how I roll.
Yes, no. Howard and Nathaniel take Leonard to Rome, which is where the underground S.H.I.E.L.D. base is, and he's finding out all about the secret organisation, and then Leonardo da Vinci comes back. And he divides opinions between, like, because you've got Isaac Newton who's running the place at the minute, who believes that the end is going to happen at some point.
Yes.
So we've got to prepare for it, we've got to embrace it. whereas Da Vinci believes there is a way to overcome it. If we use science and logic, we can overcome this end, whereas Newton thinks we can figure it out and do everything for us.
So it's quite weird, isn't it? It's quite a lot of science based in it. This is the second science book you've done on us, you know that?
It's a Hickman. I'm a Hickman fanboy.
It sounds like you're a science fan. I'm starting to think you're a sci-fi fanboy.
Oh god.
Is this what this is turning into?
It may be, a little bit.
This is this week's sci-fi fanboy.
This week's sci-fi fanboy.
Okay, alright, just get that out of my sight.
No?
No, I got my... do you know what? I actually am going to read it because of you. I hope you know that.
Sweet, I've done well. The ending's great. It's confusing. You'll finish it, like, that was amazing. I don't know what happened.
Does it continue into another book?
Sort of. They did 2 issues of the second volume and then it disappeared. But then Leonardo da Vinci did appear in New Avengers AVX, so I reckon something's going to be happening with that.
Oh, well, better, because otherwise you're just going to feel robbed, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. I'm quite content with the book.
Okay.
A man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Steve Austin will be that man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
My review this week, my second review this week, because I already had one review, I get to have 2.
I feel like you got a Mark Millar book especially for me.
It's actually, this is in honour of you. Is this the, well, let's talk about, it's Kick-Ass 2, everybody, it's Kick-Ass 2. Obviously the movie's going to be coming out in the following year. I put some news that Jim Carrey's going to be in the movie last time on the show, or a few shows ago, so you can check that out. And there's been a few bits more on what's coming out on the movie, but I'm going to talk about the book, because you made a comment a couple issues back saying that the book was a bit sick and that you don't know how it's going to
Parts of it, not the whole thing.
Do you know what? I read it, and you're so right. It is the most sick, twisted comic book, or one of the most sick and twisted comic books I've read. And there is some really horrible stuff in this book.
Yeah.
Horrible. I mean, like, if Jim Carrey's going to play the character that I told you, are you not worried about that scene? You know what I'm talking about?
I thought Jim Carrey would make that scene.
Really?
Yeah. Jim Carrey being that violent.
I mean, like, okay, I should say something about the book. First of all, I found it extremely entertaining. I can't lie. It actually sucked me in from the minute go to the end of the book. It's a cliffhanger at the end, so there is going to be a 3rd volume. Obviously, we've got the Hit Girl stuff that's coming out now, which is a prequel to this book. So, you know, we've got that in the meanwhile, but really the story does not end here, guys, and I can see a Kick-Ass 3, Kick-Ass 4, and in fact, at the end of this particular hardcover, there are blank spaces for them, so we know they're coming. The artwork, John Romita Jr., a legend. The guy's a ledge, right?
I loved it.
Yeah?
I love the colours, the inking, I love everything about it. It's just so well done. It's John Romita at his best, I think.
Yeah. And you would say people pick this up because
of John Romita.
Not actually because of Mark Millar. That's an interesting response.
I can say they pick it up because of both. I
Really?
mean, if you want to pick up for the art, you pick it up for John Romita. You want to pick up the story, you pick it up for Mark Millar.
Is there shock and awe value still worthwhile in there?
Not for me.
Not for you.
My Mark Millar days,
That's over.
they're over.
Yeah. You got over them, did you?
Since Kick-Ass and Old Man Logan, everything else. All this recent stuff is maybe I've read too much. Maybe I've overdone with Mark Millar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being on the show once again, Zach.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure
Thank you
having
for having me back.
I will now be reading S.H.I.E.L.D. because of you.
You love it.
And just to let you know,
love it.
and just to let you know, I actually I was telling Rich earlier that I'd read the last book that you'd recommended, Manhattan Project.
I know. I saw. I was surprised.
It was superb.
Sweet. You had trouble yet?
No. You know, I've got my limit. I have a line. I have to draw it somewhere. Although saying that, Newbell bought trouble. Newbell, and that's based on his. You know, that's quite an impressive. That's quite an impressive. You know, to convince Newbell to buy Trouble. Just to let you know, guys, Newbell is 6'6", big burly man. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's weird.
I bet he'll love it.
Yeah, he probably will, but he'll never admit it.
No. Yeah,
In fact,
you shouldn't admit it. No.
do you know, I
guilty pleasure.
actually had to, he was secretly buying it, and I was like, what are you buying there? And he was like, yeah, I'm buying Avengers. No, El, that's Trouble. Oh, how did that get into my pile? How did that happen? That's your fault. What are you doing to my stuff? That's fine. You work here. You want to deal with your stuff. That's fine. But it's my stuff. You're ruining everything.
I'm corrupting their comic book taste.
Right. Well, anyway, thank you for being on the show. We'll see you again next time for another reviews episode on Talking Comics. And it's goodbye from me, and it's definitely goodbye from him. As always, on Talking Comics, we have a special deal.
We do.
What's our special deal?
This week we're going to be doing Shield, the hardcover, which Zach nicely reviewed, for £10, and it is a $24.99 book.
Wow.
So usually $16.95.
Cheap.
With free shipping.
Free shipping. I love it. I love it. I'm enjoying saying the word free shipping. It's bad, isn't it? Yeah, but
we don't mind.
Superb. Get it? Cheap. Free shipping. Doesn't get any better than that.
Cool book.
Oh, Zach, thanks for taking off his t-shirt and putting it on you. I'm really...
How much bigger would that? How big would that look?
See, that's it. Insult your boss. That's about how to get a promotion, isn't it?
He's lucky I didn't shout him doing the last video. I was like going to heckle him.
What was the problem?
So many things.
What?
So many things.
But you love Jeff Loeb, didn't you say just when we got in here he was your most favourite writer of all time
Jeff
ever?
Loeb's awesome. How
Did you?
dare you slag him off?
Really?
No.
Oh boy.